Hey guys, how's it going? We are going to do a little bit of gardening today, a little bit of planting. I feel like we do gardening every day. That was a weird thing to say. We're going to do a little bit of planting today because that is something that we don't do every single day here. And so I've got some ornamental kales that I'm going to get tucked into the landscape. I'm excited to get them tucked into the landscape, but I feel like I had bought them for a different project. I bought them for my fall display in front of the greenhouse. And then I was just over fall. I'm ready for getting ready for Christmas. And so they are no longer being used for that. And so I am going to just tuck them into the landscape. I love ornamental kale so much. I think they're pretty. For me, they are a fall, Christmas, and springtime plant. So I will have them now until maybe April. So what is that? November, December, January, February, March. Is that like 6 months? Whoa. If they last long, if they don't bolt. Sometimes we'll get like a heat spell and things will just bolt, especially like brassicas, like kales and cabbages and things like that. So if we don't get a heat spell, I will be able to keep them until April. Sometimes we get a little heat spell in like February. That sucks when that happens though. Anyways, let me turn the camera around to show you guys the plants because they're stunning. And Brent is in the back right now grabbing my my fertilizer, my pruners, look at him. He's just back there just grabbing everything for me. So I would like to get these planted. I've got just 2 of them, and now I'm really wishing that I had bought way more than 2. Is that a caterpillar damage? That is caterpillar damage, but no caterpillar. And there's much more caterpillar damage on this. I'm probably going to spray this with BT so the caterpillars don't absolutely destroy this. I love these. These were $6.50 a piece. You see how huge these are? They're so stunning. I know they're not everyone's favorite. These are the Osaka pink bicolor. And I think when I bought them, there was some pink on here, like in the center. So I'm not exactly sure how that works, if it fades or if it's just the new growth or what, but very beautiful. I picked these up at Green Acres. So we'll get these guys planted, get them just kind of tucked in somewhere beautiful for the fall time, winter time. And I think I'm also going to plant this. This is Silver Swan Mediterranean Spurge or Euphorbia. I paid $12.50 for it. It gets 20 inches tall and 24 inches wide. And look how pretty it is. I love that. Full sun lover. They do really well here. I've just never really grown them. So I'm really excited to grow these. I always think they're so pretty in other people's landscapes. So very excited about that. And then I got some cyclamen that I would like to pot up. I will talk about those because I'm going to just do that in the greenhouse and they're just going to stay in the greenhouse. I bought these ones because they looked like Christmas. I just love them. This one is giving way too spring color, but it's still really pretty. I'll go over those when we go to pot them up in the greenhouse. But for now, let's go ahead and grab the kale and get these guys placed. So I think what I want to do is tuck these kale in around the fountain here. I think that would be really pretty. They are going to be short, but this bed is basically just going to stay empty for most of the winter time anyways. So I thought that we'll just add in some green kale right in here, right at the base will be perfect. Now I'm really kicking myself for only buying 2 of them. I really wish that I had bought I don't know, like 10 of them would have been amazing. That would have been stunning to have 10 of those really big, huge ornamental. Where are you going? To have 10 of these ornamental kale, or even like ring the fountain with like 4 or 5 of them would have been really pretty. I'm really kicking myself for it. I had planted this one here, perfect, and then I was going to do one behind it, and I forgot because I haven't labeled it. I planted garlic there, completely forgot. I think planting bulb edibles in the landscape is going to be a little bit trickier than I imagined. It'll be fine, but definitely trickier than I thought. So I ended up taking the one that was back there, and I moved it up closer, which will actually be really pretty because it'll light up at nighttime. Do I wish that I had had a couple around that? Yeah, like 3 of them even would have been perfect. I know better than to buy things in 2s. My plan was to put them in the pots in front of the greenhouse, and it just didn't happen. So I bought 1 for each pot, but whatever. Not even worried about it. And then over here is where I planted this little guy. Oh, look at the hummingbird. Oh, beautiful. Did you guys see how purple that one was? Oh, there's 2 of them just now. Anywho, this is planted here. That should be very happy here. This is very much a full sun area, and so it should do quite well. It'll get a good size, and I'm excited to see what it does. I've never grown these in my garden before, and so I'm excited to try this one, and if I like it, then maybe I'll buy a couple more of different varieties and test out different varieties in the garden, because every time I see them in other people's landscapes, I just think that they're so pretty. I really like them. So now we're gonna head into the greenhouse, and we're going to pot up the cyclamen, and that's going to be it for the day. Nothing major, just a mellow day in the garden, getting a couple things in the ground and wishing I had bought more plants, but that's always the case. So for the cyclamen, I have 2 different varieties. I have this one right here, which is the Super Series DJIX Wine Red. Very beautiful. These ones face downward, and the back of them has that like soft pink color with a like red stripe on it. And then you can see that's the front of the flowers, where these ones face upward. And this one right here is the Alusa Light with Eye. These ones face upward, and so there's the inside of the flower, and then that's the back of the flower. And I have got a bunch of cyclamen in my garden, but I have never seen cyclamen like these, so I'm really, really excited about it. This one I just think is so stunning. It's giving springtime, but I don't even care. It's beautiful. This one is giving Christmas candy cane. I love it. And then I've got 3 of these containers right here. They're like, I think they're terracotta with like a glazing on them, like a cement color. But I've got 3 of these. So I've got 2 that are this darker color and 1 that is this lighter color. And I'm gonna pot up this one in the light colored one. And then that way, these guys that are darker will match in these pots. But they fit perfectly in here. Isn't that gonna be so pretty? So we're gonna pot these up. I'm gonna fertilize these guys. You probably noticed that I fertilized the cabbage, kale, whatever you want to call it. I think it's ornamental cabbage. I did fertilize the ornamental cabbages that are out there. And they don't really need it. We're getting into wintertime. You really don't need to fertilize as you're planting things now. And the euphorbia, I did not fertilize. I heard that you don't need to fertilize it. I didn't do my own research. Someone just told me that. I probably should have done my own research to verify it. So do your own research on that one. Anyways, let's get these cyclamen potted up. Brent is inside looking for sticky traps for me because I am dealing with a problem in here. I'll talk about that in a minute. Those look so pretty on the windowsill. Could not be happier with that. We definitely need more shelving in here, but I don't want to build any more shelving or do anything else until I get the walls done and the floor done and the potting bench done. It's going to require us taking everything out that I put in here. Should have waited, but you know, that's life. I honestly didn't think I was going to be doing the flooring until next year anyways. So I just was like, I'm going to use the greenhouse. And then the flooring came up and it came for sale. So I decided to buy it. Anyways, I love those. I love those in those containers. They look great in here. I love these cyclamen. I have my entire side yard is full of the like classic white ones that you get at like Home Depot and Lowe's. And I love those too, but these ones are so stunning. And now the last thing we're doing today is I am dealing with bugs in my greenhouse, not in my garden. I'm dealing with them in the garden too, but I'm dealing with them in the greenhouse. So I am dealing with fungus gnats and it's not great. And none of my snapdragons have germinated. Sweet. So I'm dealing with a lot of pests in my greenhouse right now, which is a learning curve. I knew that I was going to deal with pests. I didn't understand how many I was going to deal with or what I was going to be dealing with. It's been caterpillars, which has been kind of shocking. I've probably killed about 40 inchworms. Not great. Don't love that. And I'm finding them when they're just little babies. They're ravishing my pansies right now. I sprayed BT on those. Aphids have already hopped in, and now I am dealing with fungus gnats. I don't like that either. I have a fan going 24/7 in here, so I'm not exactly sure what's happening, and it's blowing over towards all these plants. Maybe I need to move it closer. I don't know. For the time being, I'm gonna go in with these. You can get them off Amazon. It's like a 50 pack or something like that for a few bucks. It is a sticky pad. You peel off the paper, and this is sticky, not the arrow part, but behind the paper is all sticky. You stick it in, and the bugs get stuck in it, and then they die. And so I'm gonna just stick like a whole bunch of these inside the greenhouse, inside specifically this seed rack right here. So that way, hopefully that helps with that a little bit. I'm gonna stick them in like pretty much everything. So yeah, let's get these placed. And just like that, they are all placed. So I did one per thing. This one I did 2 of them in here just to be safe, because this one is where I'm noticing most of them at. And then in here I did 1. This is my snapdragons, and like a few have germinated. Like that's germinated, and I think there's like 2, maybe 3 back there. I'm gonna resow. I really want the Chantilly ones to come up. This is the Chantilly pink and the Chantilly salmon. I don't care about the other ones. I really care about the Chantilly ones. I'm really praying that I can get these to germinate. I don't know why I'm having such bad luck. I've never had bad luck. I think it's because it's in a greenhouse. This is my first time starting seeds in a greenhouse, and growing anything in a greenhouse is always going to be a learning curve. With the heat and the humidity and the pest, I've always started all of my seedlings inside under grow lights. And I mean, this is outside under grow lights, but it's different. It's very different. So this is very much a learning curve, and I'm here for it. If it doesn't happen, it doesn't happen. I still have a bunch of other things that have already started to germinate, so I'm not going to be super mad at it. But it would be nice if I could get some snapdragons, because I did an entire tray of them. So I will be resowing those probably in the next day or 2. I think for now, that is going to be where I end the video, because Brent and I are going to go out for a little date. We have not done that in a very long time. So I'm gonna go inside, go get ready. We're gonna go get dinner. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. Mellow day in the garden, easy day in the garden, my favorite days in the garden. No major big task, but not small task, just garden task. Anyways, thank you guys so much for visiting, and I'll see you all in the next one. Bye guys. Bye guys.